Hey. Hey. Hey, how you doing? Welcome, everybody. Welcome to my show. Mr. Poseidon, live in the flesh. How's everybody doing tonight? You ready to talk some fishing? How much money you got? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. So the introduction's always done with the shades. Plus, they help with the lighting I have in here. Very tough on my eyes. Let's say hello to everybody tonight. Let's start from the top. Oscar. Oscar Burr. How you doing, buddy? Welcome back, one of my teen subscribers. Welcome, buddy. I'm glad you're on the show. Gabriel Guzman. What's up? How you doing? YS Outdoors. I cannot say enough about you. I'll never forget that text you wrote me. Never, never, ever, ever. And you know what I'm talking about. YS Outdoors. All right, so let's keep going. Joe Terra. Joe Terra. How you doing, Joe? Welcome. Welcome to my show. Mr. King, a new subscriber. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. Glad to see you here tonight. All right, who else we got? Ernesto Reyes. A little bit? All right, yeah, let's lower that music, my wife says. All right, we'll lower it a little bit. Keep the voice up, though. All right, so let's keep that going. Ernesto Reyes, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Mr. King, we said. Gabriel Guzman. Gian. Gian, right, honey? Am I saying that right? Wait. Wait, go ahead, honey. Go ahead.
Don't forget Gabriel Guzman. He's
I did.
new.
Yeah,
He's
I
new.
did. I did say Gabriel Guzman. How you doing, Gabriel? Once again, no budget limit. I love that. He's my kind of guy. Your wife's going to love you. No budget limit, honey. Oh, I love my husband. Stephen Hastings, welcome to my show once again. I'm glad you showed up. John Francisconi, always a star. I'm going to show you guys a little something on Johnny a little earlier, what he did down at the Hudson. There's no scale that can tell you what he caught today. Just stand by. What else we got here? YS Outdoors, we said Mr. King. Seb. Seb, how you doing, buddy? I'm glad to see you back. Oh, the man, Rick Hernandez. You're a good man, Mr. Rick. I will be seeing Rick down at the Hudson very soon. Absolutely, Rick. Thank you so much. Nitro. Nitro, I'm glad you showed up. I am a BG guy. Is BG guy? What does that mean, hon? Or is it a big guy?
Is it I'm a big guy?
Is it a big guy or a BG? BG means what?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Stephen Hastings. Same's here. No hourglass. That's right, buddy. All right, so guys, I want to read you something. And if you guys out there, okay, let me start. For you guys who are watching me right now, I started this thing with my wife. I wanted to do it. I've always wanted to do it. I got video of myself when I'm 8 years old sitting there going, "Hi, I'm Walter Cronkite. Welcome to tonight's news." That's another story. We'll get those videos up one day. But I've always wanted to do this, and I love fishing, so here I am. I'm here with my wife, and I want to make a nice introduction for my wife. Just kidding. That's more like it. How you doing, honey? Yep, she's fixing up the camera. Hold on. There she goes. My wife, my technology department behind this whole thing, because all I do is come on here and go, "Hey, how you doing?" And my wife is behind the scenes doing everything. All right, so let me continue here. Guys, I want to read something from you. Wait, what we got? All right, so I want to read something from you guys here. I love my wife. She sends me this kind of stuff. It's a beautiful thing. Press Mr. Poseidon, you're ready, you asked. Excuse me, YouTube. All right, so I want to read something to you guys. Are you guys ready? Here we go. The world of the striped bass cannot be singled out as the realm of any one individual or group of individuals. It belongs to all those people who have ever followed this fish with a rod and reel, with a net and trap, or with tags and rulers. It belongs all to those researchers, biologists who have studied, examined, and dissected the striped bass. It belongs to all the fishermen who have chased it for sport, food, and livelihood. It too belongs to all the writers and reporters who have gone before me extolling the virtues of the striped bass fishing. And it belongs to all those who will seek the striper after you and I are gone. Okay, so that little clip comes from the complete book of striped bass fishing by Nick Harris. You could see it up there on my shelf. I'm on the second page right now. I'm working my way through the book, guys. Don't worry, I can do it. It's a good book, guys. Trust me. I've read it now. Excellent book. We'll be talking about a lot of things on there. Also, before I start, what I want to start tonight, I'm going to be showing you guys what Mr. Poseidon uses as far as fishing rods. So I'll put up a couple of pictures, show me catching 60-pounders. No, there ain't none of that tonight. Just going to show you the fishing rods, and I'm going to show you what I use them in what conditions and what I think is best for. And that's only my perspective. So before I start, what was I going to say, honey?
People are talking about
Go ahead.
rods, or reels, VSX, Tsunami, Saltex.
VSX, yeah.
And what
Yeah, that's what I got here. I got some VSXs.
BG means, I think it's Daiwa BG.
Yes, that's what it is. These are BG guys. See, I love learning new things every day. By the way, guys, you're so sweet to me. All right, so I'm not going to have a reel tonight, but I got 3 prizes. I got the first and a second and a third. And the first is let me start from the beginning. Third prize, rip splitter. That's a 1 ounce. You can use that. That's good stuff. Rip splitter. I like these. I use these. The second prize win is a rip splitter again, 1 ounce. And the first prize tonight is going to be it looks like an 1.5 ounce jetty caster. You need these a little heavier. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I wish I can cut that out. But an 1.5 ounce jetty caster. These are my favorite as far as company goes. Jetty caster. Why are they my favorite? Because their tails. Look at them. They're just so thick. You feel like you're really grabbing the back of a deer's ass over there. It's thick. Trust me. These are the best. I love these jetty casters. I use them all the time. My favorite are 1/2 ounce, and my favorite truly are 3/4 of an ounce. 3/4 of an ounce is for any condition. You can swing them out there with the rods I'm going to show you later. But anyway, right now, let me start off by saying I hear that the fish have moved up. They're at Sandy Hook. But I heard some guy telling me that they had closed Sandy Hook off for the day. I'm not sure. But I know this gentleman, George, a lot of guys call him the General. He's a dynamite fisherman down in the Hudson. He's been doing it for 50 years, guys. So he knows his striped bass fishing. As far as bait comes, he's dynamite. And he also does his freshwater fishing off his freshwater boat. Bass fisherman big time. But his stripers he knows. And excuse me. No, sorry. So basically, this guy George told me that they had a thing last year where they were debating on whether or not to close down the striped bass season. Now, I'm not making this up. This is what I heard from him, and I trust George. He's with the Hudson River Association, and he told me, not that Hudson River's feeding him anything. This is what he told me. And he said to me that they had a huge discussion on that to shut it down because, guys are waiting for them still up here in the river. They've had 2 scores, 29-inch, and he told me that we're not going to see the strike that we're waiting for. There's a lot of fish being taken, a lot of big fish being taken, not legally. And that sucks, man. That really sucks. So basically, we're thinking about shutting down the industry. But let me tell you, there's a lot of boat captains down in Jersey. Respect them all. I love to ride on your boat, except I'm seasick all the time, damn it. But anyway, continuing, there's a lot of businesses down there. This is $9 billion industry. $9 billion. Not million. Me, $1 million. I get $1 million, I'm out of here. No live stream, nothing. I'm going to Florida. I'm retiring. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll still live stream. But anyway, I just want to say that it's a $9 billion industry. So obviously they said no to that. Well, I want to say to them, if you're really interested in really saving striped bass, why don't you just, they talk about circle hooks and everything. But my friend Jay, he's the one who gave me the idea, because if they're really serious about it, and you'll see me on the video with Jay on his boat, dynamite guy, dynamite fisherman. Jay, you're an awesome fisherman. Always remember that I know that, and I respect it. So why don't they just make the circle hooks with no barb on them? If they really want to stop us, swallowing the hook, you might be able to pull it out a little easier without the barb on the hook. And they're right. And if you're a good fisherman and you keep that tension on, truly keep that tension on, you should be able to handle that. John Francesconi, I'm talking to you. You have no problem with reeling in a fish. I watched you for many years. Excellent fisherman. Thank you. Honey, you want to put that picture up of John? John caught this today, ladies and gentlemen, down at the Hudson. There he is. Wow. That's a 26-inch striped bass, 26-inch. John is very serious with his fishing. John's been fishing the Hudson. John, correct me if I'm wrong, about 30 years right now. I would say 30 years. I put you in that range. You better say 30 years, John. 30 years right now, and excellent fisherman. He knows everything there is. He's not only caught striped bass, he's caught blues when they were running there. And I'm not talking about blues. I'm talking about 20-pound fish. But John Francesconi, thank you for that. I appreciate you allowing me to put that photo up of you. Excellent fisherman. He can tell you stories going way back. But going back to the George story, why don't they just put, circle hooks without the barb? What do you guys think? I mean, I don't know what we released them anyway. We love to tell stories. Oh, we had the big one on and it got away. Why not tell a few more of those stories and save those striped bass? Guys, I want to remind you, in the middle of all this, I am a member of surfratsball.com. That's Bill Wetzel. He is a guide, New York State guide, licensed. I'd watch his videos. He's taught me everything I know, and it's the truth. That's all I want to say. Surfratsball.com. Become a member there. Dynamite guy to know. Dynamite guy to get on his blog. Excellent, excellent site to join. Other than that, going back to the barbless hook, I want to say thank you to Jay for allowing me to say that. And also, who was the one who told me? Was it Lance J that told me about that stripers lay more than 3,500 eggs? Because I had mentioned that stripers lay 3,500 eggs each, the female. But he wrote back, it's far more than that. And I did a little research, and he's right. So who was that? Was that Lance J?
I don't remember. It was Lance J.
I'm not sure if it was Lance J, but anyway, I want to just give him credit for that. I see Molar Man out there. I didn't say hello. Hello, Molar Man. How you doing? So, let me...
said 22, John Francesconi.
What's he say, 20? No, John's being nice, guys. He's being very nice. Trust me. He's that type of fisherman. Charles Arbano. 1 scale from 1 feta cheese. How Greek are you? Yasu. Yasu, my friend Charlie. That's how Greek I am, buddy. It doesn't go any farther than that. Anyway, so continuing on that, Charles Arbano. Yes, I am Greek. I grew up in a Greek household, Astoria, Queens. Grew up with my dad who brought me fishing. We're going to make a story out of that. I'm going to get the pictures together because I have all the family pictures here in my household. And my brother is always open doors to whenever he wants to see those pictures, anytime. Those pictures I have of me going fishing with him. Now, guys, understand this. I'm going to make this really quick. I went with my father about, I don't know, over 2 dozen trips. We never caught a fish. That means, don't worry, we're going to catch fish. Don't worry, we're going to catch fish. Next time, we'll get him. It was always next time. But you know what? That put the dry. Can you imagine going fishing 30 times and not catching a fish? Aww. Oh, my God. Honey, let's get the Mrs. P-View in there. She's got to be in there. So can you imagine, honey? Can you imagine 30 times? I mean, I've told you this. And my wife is like, oh, I love your father. I'm like, oh, man. I never caught a fish with him. But that's what drove me. And I heard through his friends before he was married my way, before he had me, that he went on a charter boat, and he went out there, and when he casted, he just threw the whole fishing rod with everything out there. So when the trip was over, the captain had a big argument with his group of friends that, first of all, they didn't catch anything, he told me. Well, that streak continued with me. But anyway, that's another story. But I'm going to tell you guys that they argued because he wanted money for the fishing rod. My father told me I never paid him. I walked off the boat. I was like, well, you know what? If that was me, I would have, give me your money for the fishing rod. You can't throw a fishing rod up. But anyway, he bought me fishing so many times. He bought me to Montauk. I have them there with him at 3 years old, and there's sharks next to him. I want to show you those. Those are really cool. Those are so cool, man. Excellent. All right, so let me start now. Let me start because it's getting a little late. It's 7:24. Okay. Show's over in 30 seconds. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oscar says,
Go ahead.
Guys at Croton Point give a damn about regulation, enforcement.
You know what,
anything.
Oscar? I don't go up
Yeah.
there because one time I was like, yo, man, you got to throw that back. About 4 guys surrounded me, and I looked around and I go, you know what? I'm thinking about that. That fish will really be under 400 degrees in butter. They started laughing. That was it. It's a true story. I don't mess around over there.
Oh, man.
What's this guy? Incinto Desperda.
Pescador.
Pescador. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. If you weren't here earlier, guys, we're going to have a little drawing later. Well, can we do the drawing here live from here?
Where am I drawing the comments from, though?
Can you do it from the comment picker? Oh, there's no comment picker. All right, guys. So
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
I could
guys.
just
So
pick any
after this video, okay, after this video is over, you're going to go to the bottom and leave a comment. If you want to be entered into the drawing, into these, listen to the sound. These sound like $1 million. I mean, if you're a fisherman, you're like to put those on the end of my swivel.
Oscar said you're emptying out your surf bag.
Yes, I am. Oscar, there's about 2 lures left in there. Thank you for saying that, Oscar. And those reels are all plastic up there. They're just pictures cut out, you know. I sold everything. I did everything. Any canal fisherman. Nitro, I think YS. YS, can you confirm that for me as a canal fisherman? I know YS told me fishes the canal. Let's wait for that because I got a 7-second delay here. And then we're going to go right on to the fishing rod that Mr. Poseidon uses. YS just answered, yes. It's not good enough, YS. Tell him. I've caught 90-pounders over there, and they don't want to register my win. He introduced me to you. Oh, very nice. Thank you. Wow. YS, you're a dynamite guy. You know, one day I'm going to read that insert if he gives me the okay, because he wrote me the nicest. I mean, I just almost wanted to, like, you know, I don't get emotional. I get very emotional. If I see a puppy, I start crying. But anyway, he wrote me a really nice clip on one of the messages. And if he gives me the okay one day, I want to read that to you guys because, you know, I feel it. You know, you guys got to understand. What do I got? 350 subscribers right now. You know, I know each and every one who writes to me.
We're going to keep growing.
What?
We're going to keep growing.
And my wife's like, yeah, we're going to keep growing. Right, 360. But you guys get the pictures that you're on the low end, and I'm never going to forget you guys. John Garcia. John Garcia. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you know, John Garcia is related to me, so if you ever see him win a first prize, it's a fix. No, I'm just kidding. No. John Garcia, thank you so much. He's related to my wife on her side, but obviously through legal papers, he's related to me also. Nice to have you on the show, John. I'm so happy you showed up tonight. I really am. Okay, so you want to continue now? You want to show them clip number, what was it, number 1?
Talk about here? What are you
okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you the fishing rods that I use. And I'm going to put them up on the screen.
Here's number 1.
Yeah, number 1. Let's flip that over, honey. I'll show
Go
you
ahead.
guys.
You
Can I? I don't know how to do that.
Let me see here.
Yeah, just.
1 is
there you go.
transition.
I love my wife. You see that? She did that all by herself. All right, so those are one of the rods that I use. Now, I'm going to tell you, it's you could see it's a 10'6" medium action. All right? It's a moderate fast action. It's graphite. Okay, and it's a 12 to 25 pound, 1 to 6 ounce. Now, honestly, I put up to like 30-pound braid on that. That's braid, okay? Now, I never asked them. That's a good question. If it's, now it's probably, you know, it could be on like mono, you know, 12 to 25 pound, but braided, it's different. So basically I put on like 30-pound braid on this. It's a 1 to 6 ounce. I could put on 20. I can go even lighter, believe me, and I cast out farther. And it's a 1 to 6 ounce. Now I'm going to let you guys know that I have another one, which is rated 3/4 ounce to 4 ounce, right? Or something like that. I'll bring it up in a little while. But they're pretty much the same thing. Now, I like to bring this one if I go on a jetty, and it's one of those days where I use that jetty caster right here, probably needing an ounce, ounce and a half, because it's really like, you know, the tide's moving and everything. And keep this jetty caster right off the bottom, and this big monster Cyclops looking striper comes in. And I pull in and I'm standing there, the world record. It's going to be a sunny day, right in the morning. Look, I got a 90-pounder. All right, let's stop dreaming, get back to realization. So I like to use this rod on the jetties. I feel it's a little stronger if I have any issues. And I'm only going to use bucktails on this. You know, I'm not going to go really past. You know, I could probably go up to a 4-ounce, but I wouldn't go. I'd probably use up to a 3-ounce on this rod. That's the way I feel. There's other fishermen that feel no. But I always feel like I'm going to snap the rod. So basically 1 to 6, it says. But I'm not going to put a 6-ounce popper on there. Get out of here. I can't handle it. The rod is not, you know, it says, can you put that back up, honey?
Yeah.
I want to show you guys. Now, the rod says on it, you know, 10 to 6, medium heavy power. Medium heavy. Now, trust me, if you know St. Croix and you know, I got a Legend Surf there. Yeah, it's a $600 rod, but I saved my bucks, used my credit card, and I never paid them back. It worked. Anyway, so what I want to say is that the Legend Surf is an expensive rod. You know, if I catch a fish that's 50 fucking pounds, excuse me, YouTube. If I catch a fish that's a big fish, the rod's not breaking. I'm not worried about that. And it gives a nice parabolic. If you guys don't know what parabolic means, if you buy the lesser rods sometimes, you got to watch because the tips on the rods are the only part that's going to bend. But if you buy something like a Legend and you catch a fish, the whole rod is going to bend. So you're saying to me, oh, what's the difference? The difference is if you're catching bluefish that day, after the 5th bluefish, you're going to feel it on your back. Whereas a parabolic, you could just lean back. Guys, trust me, parabolic. How do you test that? You tell the guy to hold it and pull back on it. Look at it. You can see it. You can see if the whole rod is bending or only the top. Yeah, or it's just the top part. Don't ever interfere in fishing when I talk. Don't ever interfere in fishing when no, I'm just kidding.
Look, Oscar says he snaps those Legend Surfs.
Are you seriously, Oscar? Oscar,
Yeah.
you have to use them right. Now, I'm not fighting you. I'm fighting you, Oscar. You've got to use them right, man. You can't put an extra. I'll snap it with a plug. When I put my plugs on there, they're smaller plugs. And I always watch because I feel like I can snap it. And you're right, Oscar. If I put my full Poseidon, Mr. Poseidon, let me rub the Triton. If I put my full Poseidon force into it, I will snap it. I know I feel it, even though they're not supposed to. They're very good rods. But that's what I would use. I use it like on a jetty, you know, something where it's a tougher day, okay? Okay, let's go on to the next one, honey. We're spending too much time on the 1 to 6.
Number 2?
Number 2, that's one of my rods. Okay, which one is this, honey? No, this is not the one, the next one. No, darling.
3?
There you go. Okay, so we got a Mojo Surf. This is affordable rod, man. If you can go to, you can go to Dick's sometimes. I don't know what's going on with Dick's. Everybody's having a problem with, inventory and loading. But this rod right here, as you can see, it says 11 heavy power action, medium fast action. Now, I'll use this, and it says 15 to 40 pounds and 2 to 5 ounce. Oh, sorry, honey. Sorry, she's like, watch the mic. If I bring this ear thing too close, it reacts and it goes like that. Anyway, so continuing on. This rod right here, I'll even use this for bait, dynamite rod. You can use your heavy plugs on it. Because remember, in the water, when you're using a plug, you got to keep reeling in and doing this in order to get this reaction. And when that happens, when this happens, it splashes. And that's what causes the fish to say, hey, there goes Mr. Poseidon. His freaking leg is broken. I'm going to eat him. So that's what creates that. Oops, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry.
Mullerman, is that a 70-30 split rod or a one-piece?
Which one is that one, honey? Is he asking the Mojo? The Mojo is a split, without a doubt. The Mojo's coming split. I do have, and I'm going to show you, Mullerman. I'm glad you asked that. I love my one-pieces. I have 2 one-pieces, and I love them both. I love them to death. I love them. This is not a repeat. I love them. Okay, so let's go to the next rod now. Okay, this was the one we just showed, which is the 11-foot, medium heavy power, moderate fast action. This is a great rod, guys, 3 to 8 ounce. This is a great rod. If you're looking to start out in surf fishing, you know, you got to pay for your money. Don't bring a cheap rod down and then you swing it out and your tip cracks. No, you gotta spend a little money. You're going surf fishing. I'm not saying anything about any other type of fishing because I love boat fishing, pier fishing, whatever it is, canoe fishing, whatever it is, anything. I love fishing. So don't get me wrong when I say that, but working on the surf, and I'm not talking about in Jamaica on the beach, you know, smoking one of those funny cigarettes they sell on the beaches anyway. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about getting down to Montauk, going out to Rhode Island. These are tough places. You're going up on rocks, you're fishing. You're doing that not because you're staying up on a rock, because you're going to catch a fish out there. You're getting deeper in the water without having to be so deep in the water. So anyhow, continuing on, that's a good rod to start off. I love those Mojo surfs. Listen to me. I love those Mojo surfs. St. Croix doesn't pay me anything to say. If I like something, I say about it. A couple of rods behind me, I'm not going to say anything about. Go ahead,
So what do we got
next one.
on the list? You got
Okay, so
this?
there's the one I use the most. That's my St. Croix Legend surf. And it's a 10'6" medium power. Guys, 10 to 20 pounds, put 20 pounds on there. And I use the 3/4, 4 ounce. Let me tell you, if you see anybody launch something 2 miles, if you see it and you go, wow, remember this, it's Mr. Poseidon. Whew. Let me tell you, you want to launch Zeno Hormone Surfcasters Journal? I'm a member on there. I get my reviews, my news updates. What is it? Once a month it gives out the Surfcaster Journal. Dynamite's I have to join. And I'm telling you, that rod with that amount of braid on it, you put a nice 3/4 bucktail on there. Mwah. It's the lightest thing. I use that. Hold on, I'll show you. It's a little extra for you guys. So I have a VR here, and people will say, hey, VR, man. Nobody likes these, but I like these. You know why? Because if I know I'm going for schoolies, I'm probably not going to catch anything 35 pounds. And not that this can't handle it. It can handle it. I love going with this because it's a light setup. If you ever feel those two rods together, then they're not really the real thing because this is light. You'll be in heaven when you use this. This and a nice Legend like that, oh, my goodness.
Fish don't care what you paid.
Yeah, fish don't care what you paid. Let me tell you guys, I started out with what was those rods? Oh, my goodness. The unbreakable rods, what were they called? Oh, my goodness, the ugly stick. I remember now. The ugly stick. The ugly stick. Oh, my goodness. Those rods were unbreakable. I had one for 10 years, and they stole it from me. They stole it from me. Somebody's using that rod one day. Mr. Poseidon, I got your rod. You do? But you're going to lose the biggest fish you ever caught on it. Anyway.
Cursed.
Let's not. Cursed. That's right. Thank you, honey. Let's put my wife on. So, honey, how has it been going? With your job and me driving you crazy, we got to get this going.
I know, right?
How much time did you have left over when you put in all these pictures of the Legend rods that I came running into the garage? I got them.
It was like down to there.
Let's go back to me.
Look, if you use 2-piece rods, it has to be at least 60-40, 70-30, even better.
Oh, there you go. There's a little tidbit.
Frankie.
Frankie Stimmel, welcome back. I love seeing my guys return. MK Outdoors, I have to say hello to you. MK Outdoors, you're the gentleman with the daughter that always posts the pictures. I see everything. You're a dynamite fisherman. I love that you're a family man. That's the most important thing to me. And I love that you're here tonight. MK Outdoors, watch him, see his things on Instagram. He is a dynamite dad. Thank you for coming to my channel. Inception, Legends are 70-30 split. That's correct. That is correct. But they are dynamite rods. I love them. I love those rods. Inception is good. See the knowledge that you guys have. I have the best knowledgeable guys here. And I know if I ever go fishing with each and every one of you, every time I'm going to break the world record. Like tomorrow I'll catch a 82-pounder with Oscar Baera. The next day I'll catch a 84-pounder with MK Outdoors. And with Inception, I'll catch an 86 pounder. And by the fourth guy, he's going to be like, listen, you catch that world breaker, you give it to me or I'm going to shoot you. I'll give it to you. No problem. I love all you guys. You guys are the best. Thank you. Okay, so let's continue, honey. Should I have convert my VR150 from a bail to bailless?
Wait.
I'm going to read that in 1 second, honey. I got to do this. Gabriel Guzman, should I convert my VR150 from bail to bailless? I'll be using it for the first time as a new surf fisherman. Gabriel, now I have very important news for you. You must go to Zeno Hermon of Surfcaster Journal. There's a video that I watched 50 times. I'm not exaggerating. How to work that. It's going to take you a little time. It's not like you go out. But once you learn it and you don't have to flip back that bail, dude, I'm telling you right now, it's the greatest thing. I'm not good with it at night. Everything matters. But, you know, it is the greatest thing. I love those bailless reels. If I'm out there in the day, I can see. Beautiful. There's no bail to deal with. So if I were you, yes, I would convert. Give yourself some time. Start practicing now. Get out there. Catch seaweed, but learn how to run that bailless. And once you learn how to do that, you're going to love it. You're going to like, how did I do that? The number one pro on that is that, how many times have you guys fished? And you get out there and you're going, I'm going to cast this guy. I can reach those fish. You get out there and you line up and you'll get over, boom, and you let it go and you're like, yeah, look at that thing go. And then you look down and it's not going. Your line is just sitting there. And then you realize you snapped the line. Oh. And you take one good look up and you see it go as far as it goes. That's the last time you're going to see the lure. So that's one pro on that, is that bailless, that won't happen to you. And it's so much quicker. It's one less thing to worry about. I know after 30 years of doing that with the bailless, it took me, look, I'm being honest, it took me 2 months, and I kept doing it and forcing myself. And then when I had enough, I'm not going back to this. And I went back to my bailless, to my bail. I used it, and that's when I realized, holy smokes, not that this sucks, but this sucks. I go, I should just use my bailless. I'm actually better at that one. It's so much easier. And that's when I knew I was finally used to it. I'm still having a problem with it on nights. You got to really know, to grab it, because you can't see anything in that. And if you turn on that light in Montauk, you're probably not going to show up for dinner that night at your household. Nobody, never forget this lady, Dynamite Lady Fisherman. She's about, I don't know what her age is, but she's up there. And I met her, and I was fishing, and I turned on the light, and I just got the striper out. I just turned on the light. And within 45 seconds, she's like, turn that light off. I was like, oh, my God. This is like one of those scary movies. But anyway, you got to understand that those lights. Anyway, going back, let's go to the next rod, honey.
Wait, someone's looking for a shout out.
Okay, where is he? Charles Albano. Where's my shout out, Charles? Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a nice shout out for Charles Albano. Charles Albano, I want to know, where do you fish? Are you in Long Island? Are you in Connecticut? Are you in Virginia? Are you in California? Because we have those West Coast, East Coast wars. Even though we cheat and we got the better fish. But anyway, there's some good fishermen on the West Coast. Good fishermen. Go ahead. Charles Albano, where are you? That's Mel. Mel, how you doing, buddy? Is that what he means by Mel? Or where? Maryland?
I don't know.
He's got to talk about Maryland. The Tick Trail. The Tick. Holy smokes. I know where he fishes. That's right. Charles Albano. Holy cow. I fish there all the time. Let's not do no dead giveaways here. But I love that spot, man. Nice. I love it. My wife, Ebet, says hello. Oh, Jay, Stephen Hastings, you're a wonderful guy. You and your family.
Hey,
Ebeth. We were talking about you the other night, and I said to her, nice. They come as a family. It's so nice. Stephen Hastings. Oh, man, thank you. Thank you, Ebeth. Thank you to you. Let us continue with the next rod.
So,
thank you again, Ebeth and Mr. Hastings. Stephen Hastings. Okay, the next rod is a...
Is that good?
Yeah. No, we did that one. Let's go to the next one. There you go. So now this one right here goes back a long, long way. I think I've had this rod for about 12 years. It's a Lamiglass. It's hanging right up on top right now. It's the 15 to 30 pound, 1 to 5 ounce. Now listen to me. That thing can handle a 6 ounce, an 11 footer. I've used this primarily, excuse me for that. Sorry, guys. I've used this primarily for bait fishing. And let me tell you, this rod can handle fish. I've caught with this rod, excuse me. Don't blame me. Blame the pineapple guy, all right? But I fished with this rod. I've caught many blues. This is my days going back to fishing on Field 6 in Jones Beach. I don't care. I blew the spot. There's no fish to catch there. So I fished there for many years on bait fishing. And, yeah, you can put that one up, the Rana Ray, honey. I like that. That's the same rod there.
So we'll take this one, put this one?
Yeah. Ronara, whatever, Rana Ray. I always pronounce it. Ronara, yeah. So you could see that rod. You can look at all the scrapes on it, everything. Over the years, man, this is what happens when you're a surf fisherman. Yeah. I know I fell in the rocks with this once when but it's still going. It's still going, man. It's still going. I can use it. You know what I use this for? If I bring a friend, I'll let him use it. And I'm going to be honest. This tip is cracked. It's been cracked by a friend of mine, Kevin W. What's going on, Mr. P? Welcome, Kevin. Is this Kevin who works up in Nyack Fishing Store over there? Is that Arts Bait and Tackle? Come on, Kevin. Kevin. Is that you, Kevin? Mr. Tito's in Cranberry. Oh, my God. Frankie Stemmel. I can't believe it. It shocked me, you know, when he said that. I was like, how does this guy know what I'm drinking? That's like 1 in a million. Listen, it's Tuesday night. I have off this week. So it's not like I'm sitting around all day drinking. Tomorrow I'm going fishing. And I will make a video if I catch a fish. I'm not going to bore you. Thank you, Frankie Stemmel. I appreciate it. And there's Kevin. Okay, now I'm going to say a little word about Kevin. Kevin works. Where's that little sticker I have here?
Gone.
Oh, no. Wait.
Probably in the garbage.
No. I had it here. All right, so let me come back. So Kevin works at Arts Bait and Tackle. That's the, you know, it's a small mom and pop shop, and I go to them for everything, and they give me a better price than any of the big name exclusive stores. All right, so they might not have everything in the world, but they got exactly what I need when I need it, and I want to say thank you to them. That's Arts Bait and Tackle, and also Fly Shop. They're dynamite fly fishermen over there. They know their stuff. Check him out. And Kevin works there. He was putting together, you know, like knots he was showing me, and how to hook how to tie up a hook, and all these kind of knots he was showing me. And the thing that got me was how quick he did it. And when he was done, he was like, "Hey, you can take this. It's a free sample. Just give me some money when we walk outside, cash." This way Art doesn't know. I'm sorry, Art. You know, I had to give him something. I'm just kidding. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for always helping me out when I'm there. You do the right thing. I appreciate it. And Art and Charlie, thank you so much. So going back, let's go back to the next rod, honey. So after that, then we're done with this one. I've been using that a lot of years, guys. So here we go. This right here, what you're looking at, guys, is my #1 rod. Oh, my goodness, guys. This rod. Now, remember, with the legends that I mentioned earlier, if you're going to use bigger plugs, it's hard to get the reaction because the tip is so soft. I'm sorry, St. Croix. I'm telling the truth. That when you're using these 4-ounce plugs, 5-ounce plugs, and they say they can handle 6, sure, they can probably handle them. But you're trying to get that, you know, the fish, the thing to do this, and you're not. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get, at least that's the way I feel. I'm sorry, St. Croix. I love your rods. I use them. I love them. But going back to that rod, show them that again, honey. Yeah, that Lamiglass, 2 to 5 ounce. Now, if you want to get started on serious surf fishing, this is the rod I would get. Wow. Listen to me. This is the rod I would get. This is the rod I would get. I'm bringing this rod in this week. I'm going to get it professionally repaired. Don't ever go and buy those. If you crack your tip or anything and you go and you buy those glue-ons. Bro, you spent so much money on the rod. You want to put a cheap little plastic glue-on on top? No. So I'm going to do a separate video on that, on who I bring them to Does an excellent job. He orders them from the company. They get the same rings on there. Beautiful stuff. And I get that rod the way I bought it. So the tip is cracked on that. I hid it in my garage. I never break it on the surf. I break it in my garage, putting it away.
Oh.
Remember, those are ceramic tips. They're dynamite. They work great, but you got to take care of them. Mr. and Mrs. P just got done from work. I rushed to watch the show. You guys are the best.
Hey,
Love
Beth.
watching. E-Beth. Ready, honey? Let's do it together. Here we go. Wait. Ready? Here we go. E-Beth.
E-Beth.
Stephen Hastings. E-Beth. Stephen Hastings. E-Beth. Stephen Hastings. Okay, my wife's like, okay, stop. Thank you guys for showing up to my show. You're always the best. All right, let's go to the next rod here. And the next rod.
So that was the final picture that we got there.
Is that it? Okay, so I have other rods.
That was it.
I have some lesser stuff. I'm not going to show you that, but do have one rod. I thought I took the picture. I thought I sent it to her. I have a Century rod. Also, it's a medium heavy. It's just like, and I'm going to say it, it's just like the GSP. It's my backup. That rod, I mean, it might even be tougher. It reminds me of the ugly sticks. They don't break. It doesn't mean you're going to slam them on the floor in the ceramic tips. They're going to break. But it's a great rod. It's thick. I love using it with big plugs. I can, as I reeling in, give it that nice action. Got one. Sir, it's March 31st. You're getting a fine. You can't catch it until April 1st. I'm sorry. I was going for perch. It just happened. Anyway, so that's all we got, right, for the rods tonight?
Yeah, those are all the images.
All right, so guys, please ask me some questions right now.
Oh.
Please. Let's put on some music.
Look, Ernesto fishes with tsunami.
Let me see. Where's Ernesto? Ernesto. There he is. So I fish with Tsunami Airwave Elite Dark Matter rods. You know what? I gave one of those away on my first show. If you go back. Sorry about the music. If you go back on the videos, I sold one of those. I sold one of them. Yeah, I sold them. You won the prize, but you got to give me $10,000 to get it. So I had a gentleman win one of those prizes. I delivered to him personally. Mr. Pete dunk worms with his GSP. You know it. You know it. That'll hold up. I don't care what size fish you catch on that, you're bringing it in with that GSP. It's not breaking anything. Those rods don't break. Same goes with the St. Croix. You could pull that down all the way to the end right here. Put it on the reel and then start reeling in the rod. It's not breaking. Those are great rods, man. Without a doubt.
Stephen and E-Beth are going to be our first supporters if we start
Patrons?
for patrons.
Put that on right now.
Nice.
Put that
Thanks
on right
so
now.
Much.
Oh, guys. That's so nice. One day
So
we're
nice.
expecting that. And the way we are is that, the way I am, because my wife wants to kill me, Beth, all the time. I'm getting another prize. How much you going to spend? I like $25. And then I call her up from the shop and I'm like, listen, need like $125 more and we're good. Yeah. But I do it. Look, I look at it like this. I don't want to say it's my business because I love this. If I didn't love this, I couldn't do what I'm doing right now. You come to me with my real job and it's a totally different attitude. It's like, what? What? What do you want, man? What?
But
What do you want?
you got to work to fish.
What? Who said that? But you got to work to fish, without a doubt. Not a doubt. You got to work to fish. Do you prefer 50 SPF or 75 SPM when soaking clams? Charles Albano, I like that question. Explain that to me because I have no idea. SPF is the only thing I realize on suntanning lotion. That's it when soaking clams. I'm figuring if I go SPF, I'm doing as high as I can because if I come home that night and I lay back on my back and it hurts, you're in trouble. You're in so much trouble, Charles Albano. Lots of laugh, Oscar Albano. What did Oscar say? He dunk worms with his gears. Yeah, we read that earlier. Wear
That's
long
to go with
underwear
the
if you are going to the pier. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard that from John Francisconi. wear long underwear. And yes, you do. And also
It's
with that,
freezing,
make sure you have. If you're going to drive down on the pier, don't think because you see other cars. Look at their rearview mirrors, what's hanging off of it. It's a permit. You can get the permit in town at Piermont. If you are a New York State resident, it will cost you $125. If you are out of state, don't ask what you got to pay. It's $175. I'm not sure about that, but I know it's always been about $50 more. And the same goes us with Jersey. If I'm going to get, which I got, my permit for Jersey, it's $225. In-house, I think it's $175. So that's the way it works. Okay, what else do we got here? Bad day of fishing breaks, a great day at work. Yeah, that's right, Frankie, without a doubt. Always, always, always. So what time we got, honey?
Adriana, welcome.
Adrian Ayala, hello, brother. I am late, bro.
That's
I work
okay.
overtime. Adrian,
Gotta work.
when you work overtime, that means Thursday night we're going fishing, buddy. So Adrian Ayala is a good friend of mine, dynamite fisherman. I don't know if I ever mentioned him to you guys, but you know, when a guy shows you a picture, and I mentioned this before in one of my videos, when a guy shows you a picture and he goes, yo, man, check out this picture, and you see a 40-pounder and you go, wow, man, that's nice. That's all you're going to see. The rest of them are going to be 30, a lot of 20-pounders for a guy who goes fishing a lot. But Adrian was like, yo, check this out. And I was like, yo, man, that's a 50. Wow. Adrian, way to go. And I was like, good for you. And he goes, no, I got more. Look. And I was like, dude, that's another 50. Now, I ain't said that because most guys go through their life. So if you're going to catch one of these big fish, it's going to be once in your life, man. Enjoy it. Man, a lot of you guys go on the boats, I understand. You can catch those bigger ones out there. But for a surf fisherman, it's a little tougher, man. Got to stand on that rock a little longer. And I know Adrian. Good fisherman. He's a good fisherman because when his buddies want to go out and he doesn't really feel like going, he's going to go out with them to get their back. And that's not because the striped bass is going to whip out a gun on them. To keep their back just in case anything goes wrong. Something goes wrong, he's there to back them up. Thank you, Adrian. And I'm not going to tell them about the other 5 50-pounders you got. But Adrian, you're a good guy. Thank you very much. I'll be fishing with him in a few nights. We're going to head out to Long Island. Don't ask the spot, because not even God knows that. Gianni, you get the picture. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen.
Charles is Chaz.
Who?
Check it out.
It's Chaz. Oh, man. Let me tell you about Chaz. Oh, Chaz, I'm so glad you showed up. Charles, let me tell you about Charles really quick before we end this with the lore ending here. But anyway, Charles I met out in Montauk. I was fishing out there one day, right? South side over there. And this guy shows up with a fly rod. But the cool thing about him was when he hops rocks, I'm not exaggerating, guys. He wears these light cleats. Charles, if you want to put up those cleats that you wear, they're so light. They're not like corkers. And he was hopping on the rocks. Like when you hop and you just make it to the rock, it doesn't even look like you're hopping. That's Chaz. Amazing. If I tried to do that today, I wouldn't be fishing anymore. So I'm going to tell you a quick story about Charles. I call him Chaz. He brought me down one day and we parked his car or my car down at the end of the lighthouse at that parking lot. Then we took his up to, because he's a resident there, he lives there. He goes fishing wherever he wants, whenever he wants. He catches fish and he's a fly fisherman 100%. Do not ask him to grab a 10-foot rod. He's probably not going to go fishing with you. But if you tell him, bring your fly rod, he's right there with you. Charles Dynamite Fisherman, he really is. He's a consistent, with a little fly in the ocean. How do you do that? He's whipping out fish. He's on a rock out in the ocean. I love you, buddy. I love you. You're the best. You are the best.
Crampons.
Crampons, there they are. They are very light, guys. You put them on your feet, you don't even know you have them on. Doesn't mean you can walk from section to section. So continuing on my story. We parked up at Ditch Plains. Now, you can't park up there unless you're a resident. Just to let you know. If you're a resident there, you can park. If not, you're not parking up there. Well, we parked mine at the parking lot down by the lighthouse, and we took his up to Ditch Plains. Well, we did vice versa. We parked his and we went to the lighthouse and we started there. We started walking. I didn't know. He knew. He lives there. I hate you, Charles. So we started walking and walking. Dudes, we started out like at 1:30 or 2 in the afternoon walking from the lighthouse. We didn't get to Des Plaines till about 11:30 at night. I wanted to kill somebody, but I didn't. You know why? Because I went with this guy and we caught about a good 20 fish each. And I'm going to be honest, he probably was 4 or 5 ahead of me. He knows what he's doing with the fly rod. If any of you guys fly fish, feel free to ask this guy. He's a hunter. Last year we went up to Salmon River up there in the Ontario. We're going to be going again. Also, my friend Mark, he's another guy who's up on that. But Chaz, thank you, man. Thank you for bringing me to some spots that, and again, I'm going to mention, it's not all about the spots, but it was just the beauty of it all, bro. And you made it better because I caught fish with you. Chaz is an upcoming fisherman who is, if he's not there already, he's ready to start getting charters for himself. He loves that, and he wants to do that. So once again, guys, I want to say thank you to everybody. If you're not a subscriber, I hope you learned something, from the fishing rods I use, why I use them. I can go really in depth in them, but has to be kind of quick. But guys, these prizes, if you want to win, and I'm going to mention again, second and third prize is a rip splitter. First prize is a jetty caster. So if you want to win these, just leave a comment on the bottom of this video. It should be shown within what, honey?
Yeah, within 5-10 minutes.
5-10 minutes, it'll be online. Just leave a comment. I don't care what you leave. And then we'll run it on the comment shaker, and you'll know your answer by this Friday. So I'm planning on fishing tomorrow, planning on fishing with Thursday. Adrian, way to go. Also, I want to say hello to Mike's Fishing Adventures. If you're not following Mike's Fishing Adventures, that guy's dynamite. I love watching Mike's fishing. He's got a beautiful, beautiful Italian accent for you ladies out there. But he's married, so don't touch. Don't say anything. But anyway, Mike's Fishing Adventures. Follow him on his channel. He's a great guy. He's fun. Watch his channel. He just went up this weekend. They hit a bunch of steelheads up there in the Salmon, Black River. Watch him. He's going to be putting them out within a couple of days. Also, I want to say Gelso. Gelso is with the Striper Hunters Club. He runs in Long Island. Please, if you get a chance, check him out on Facebook. Striper Hunter Gelso, you're dynamite fisherman. Thank you for everything that you've showed me and taught me about where we go fishing. And again, when we going fishing this week in Long Island, see what we could catch. Adrian, you're the best. Gianni, who's one of my first guests, if not the first guest. If you watch that video, I want to thank him also. Thank you, Gian. You're the man. To everybody, let's go.
Thanks, guys.
Oscar Baera, Nitro,
Thanks,
Gabriel
Nitro.
Guzman, Mr. King. I will be getting your lures out, YS and Mr. King. Tomorrow they'll be going out. Jason Palmatieri, the winner, will be on this Sunday. That's Sunday show. I don't know if I'm going to do a show Thursday night, only because I'm going fishing. I've always said I'm going to do these shows at 7 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays. But if I'm going fishing, I got to go fishing. There'll be a video out, even better. Charles Albano, thank you for showing up. Adrian Ayala, YS Outdoors. Ernesto Reyes, Nitro. Charles Albano once again. Charles Albano again. My wife, Romina.
Thanks,
Romina,
guys.
darling, say her. I love it. So there we go. We're here. Mr. King, Oscar Baera, Nitro. Everybody, thank you. John Francesconi, Mark. Who else did I miss, honey? Slip that up.
Thank you,
Seb, thank
everybody.
you. Seb. Seb reminds me of the movie. What was that movie?
La La Land.
La La Land. Seb, you're the man. Kevin, thank you for showing up. Say hello to Art and Charlie for me. Charles, remember, Kevin, if I got this right, that's Arts Bait and Tackle. Don't forget them. Look them up. Get out there. Give your best price. Molar Man, Frankie Stimmel, MK Outdoors is the man. Thank you for that. And keep those pictures coming on Instagram, buddy. Thank you. All right, so I think this is it. We're going to get moving.
Good night, everybody. Peace out.
Adios, everybody. Thank you. Hey, keep on fishing for those stripers. Bill Wetzel, surfratspool.com. Don't forget that one.